welcome to yet another astounding episode of your favorite weekend show, Z Connect. Guys, life comes with many challenges, and the ones that should not scare us are the ones that we can take on and take control of. So, if you do plan to venture out, make sure that you have your masks on and are maintaining all the social distancing norms enforced by the government. Last week, we brought to you some guests from B-Town during the launch of the web series Seventh Sense. This week, here are some more. So Sana, you made your child debut with Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and then your adult debut with Student of the Year. Tell us more about your debuts and Karan Johar.
I love Karan so much. I mean, he's given me such beautiful opportunities, and Kuch Kuch Hota is, I feel it will always be a highlight of my career. And I'm just so grateful to him for giving me an opportunity when I was so small, because I only, like I said before, I only realized it today how big it was and how important it was for my life and my decisions for my future. So I absolutely love Karan. No, definitely. And come on, that movie plays every weekend, even today. So that speaks for itself.
Now tell us about the rest of your journey.
You know, so basically of course I did Kuch Kuch Hota, and then I did a lot of other films and TV shows when I was younger. Then I took a sabbatical where I was studying, and I'm a graduate. I've done advertising and marketing diplomas and advanced diplomas. So I tried to do something else because I wasn't sure about what I wanted to do. And then I did Student of the Year again, and I was just like, this is fun. I think I want to act. So my career has constantly been like, you know, I do what I love, and then I want to add on a skill set. Then I want to add something more to it. You're constantly learning and growing. And I feel like that's the most beautiful part of my journey, that I get to learn every day.
And how does it feel being in Dubai for this web series, Seventh Sense?
We're all very excited for Seventh Sense. You know, of course, as actors, we have all been at home and we've been waiting to, you know, get back to work and get in front of camera. And it's a very well-written story. It's very different. I know we all say it for everything else, but truly it is something different. It's very different from something that I have done, and I'm very excited because this will be my first web series. So it's fun.
Thank you so much, Sana. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Ellie, welcome to Z Connect. Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure to be back on Z.
So the verdict has a great rating. What have you got to say about that?
It's amazing. That show is always going to be very close to my heart, very special to portray Mrs. Sylvia Nanavati. It was a special role for me. Yeah.
And what have you got to say about your role as Jessie?
That also. Wow, that was a wild journey. Yeah, it was tough, but that was also fun. Just stepping into a character which is so far away from me, actually, but Jessie is still in me somewhere. I feel Jessie has left something in me which I needed to discover, to be honest.
Okay, well now give us some gossip. Come on.
No gossip in my little world, but yes, projects, they are there. So once I finish the shoot of Seventh Sense, I'm going back to Mumbai to start my next movie, which is my debut in something I'm super excited about. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it yet because I haven't announced it, but yeah, I'm very excited about that one.
Asham, tell me, how has your journey so far been in Tinseltown?
Well, it started about 8 years back. It's been quite an interesting ride. I'm really excited. I've always done different kinds of roles on different platforms. So started off with doing TV commercials, then I did a TV show, then I did a film, Tumbin, then again I did a TV show, then now, you know, web series. It's a great time for artists to be alive, and so many opportunities, great work happening, and we're just really excited to be a part of this ensemble cast and to be shooting after the pandemic. It's an array of emotions that we're going through, and I think I can speak for a lot of people here. It's just really exciting to be in front of the camera finally after so many months, and also getting paid. So that's always good. So yeah, I mean, it's a power-packed cast, and the journey's been amazing, and I'm looking forward to many more to come. And it's just interesting to be given an opportunity immediately after and during the pandemic. So, you know, while people in Bombay are still sort of being envious about us being here. I just think we're really, really grateful to be here, and all thanks to Mr. Doshi.
And how are you finding Dubai?
No, I've been to Dubai before, and I really like the place. I mean, it's got everything one can ask for, and it's also close to home. So, we're not really far from home, and I love Dubai. I've been here before. Yeah.
So Ashim and Ellie, please tell me what y'all have been doing in the pandemic. How have you coped up with this lockdown?
What have I discovered? Oh, I have discovered a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of self-work, to be honest. Finally got the time for it. I've discovered how I'm loving the spiritual path of life, and how interesting isn't it that I ended up getting a project that's called The Seventh Sense. It's beautiful to be a human, and we just need to realize that, and we just need to come together as one.
We forget to breathe, we forget to live, we forget that its life lies in the little things, the smaller moments in life. So I hope that we come out of this stronger. I hope we come out of this better people, more conscious, and I hope that this pandemic, and we don't take our lives and ourselves too seriously, and also really, really look at just the little things in life, because everything else will come and go, but it's just about what you make of it.
Great, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Time now for a little teeny weeny break, but coming back with lots more right after. Welcome back. Let's see what recipes Tasneem is guiding us with this week on Swat Se Swagat.
Swat Se Swagat hai aap sabka in one more episode of Z Connect. Welcome back. I hope you guys have been trying our recipes because I assure you they are delicious. And today we have a more traditional recipe, but not quite from our Desi lands. Today's recipe is Turkish. Today I will be using this Turkish sausage called sucuk. They actually use it in a lot of Arabic food as well. So if you like eating out, if you like trying new cuisines, I'm sure you've tried this before. So, sucuk, traditionally, we find in the supermarkets in two different styles. One is the braided sucuk, as I like calling it, and one is, I don't know, the Scandinavian schoolgirl sucuk. That's, it looks like that. I personally like this one better because we can just use one piece at a time instead of having to open the entire packet. So let me show you how to prep this. There is a really thin film, plastic film, that you need to be careful of. Slice the corner and peel the film off the entire sausage like that. So now I will just slice this up into even slices. Make sure the slices are even because when you cook them, they're gonna cook thoroughly equally. So I'm just gonna make it nice, about ½ an inch, 3/4 of an inch, because when they cook, they will shrink down. So you wanna make sure that your slices are relatively thick. Another thing, here you can see there are little white patches on the sausage. What you want to do is keep a lookout for these little specks because when you put them in the pan, when the white specks disappear is when you know the sausage has cooked through. So I put my pan on and add a little olive oil. Let's just wait for the oil to heat up a little. Now I like to grate my garlic because it just releases more flavor, and since this is really the one main ingredient around which the flavor will revolve, you really want to keep it strong. So I grate it in. Since we have grated this, it's really just gonna get nice and incorporated into the tomato gravy. So just to flavor the olive oil a little bit before we put the tomatoes in. The moment you start smelling the garlic, you know it's good to go. And before it starts burning, let's add the tomatoes. 4 large tomatoes. Now, if you ask if we can use tomato puree, the one that you get in packets, you could do that, but I don't think it has the same flavor effect as fresh tomatoes. And of course, fresh tomatoes are so much healthier as well. So better flavor, better health, go for fresh tomatoes in this recipe. We're gonna continue cooking the tomatoes until they really get mashed down into a nice uniform paste before going to our next step. Now, while we're cooking the tomatoes, make sure you keep smashing them down like this so that they can cook evenly and they can become this one texture. When you can see it's reached this consistency, slightly mashed up, then we add our salt. Make sure to not over season with salt because the sausages have quite a lot of flavor to them and they already have their salt added. So that will change the overall salt content of the dish. So I'm going to turn the heat down all the way and I will add the sausages now. So these sausages will need to be cooked on both sides. So you just put this in on one side and then you flip it once you see that it's ready. You have to lay it out. Make sure they're not one on top of each other because then they won't cook. Now we're going to turn the heat back up slightly and let the sausages cook. So as I was mentioning, the little white dots on the sausages you see here have disappeared. So you can see the difference between this sausage, where there are still a few white spots in it, and this one, which has cooked thoroughly. So we're going to flip each one and put them back into the same position they were at. Once you've flipped all of the sausages, you want to cook them for another minute or two. And now that you can see all the sausages have cooked through, we're going to add the egg. There are different ways in which you can add the egg. I personally like sunny side up, so I leave the yolk so I can really dip my bread into the yolk. But if you don't like that, you can just scramble it all together. Really depends on how you like your eggs done. You will have to keep making a little space between, the entire dish so that the egg whites can reach the bottom and actually cook through. Because the egg whites that have reached the bottom will be cooked, the ones that are on the top will end up staying raw. You don't want that. So keep making space and keep letting the egg whites flow to the bottom of the pan to keep cooking. And finally, just to have a nice even cook, especially if you don't like your yolk runny and you want to cook the yolk, you just cover it and let it cook. I recommend you use a glass lid because you can see exactly how much it's cooked and then you can take the lid off. So let's just cook this for a few more minutes before we garnish. So now I've had the lid on for about a minute and a half and you can see how so you can see how the egg yolk has a little film on it, and that's when you know it's perfectly done. Look at that, it's pretty. Now, I'm gonna put the coriander leaves everywhere. I think the coriander adds so much flavor to this dish, and it's not just the flavor, it looks so good. I mean, look at that. And once I've added all of my coriander, I'll go back and put the lid on so the coriander can really make the entire dish aromatic. The one thing I really like about this recipe as well is that it doesn't create much of a mess, so there's less cleaning to do. So this, you don't need to transfer it into a serving dish or it will break. So just this goes straight on your table and you're ready to eat it. Make sure to buy the Smith bread, which is a traditional Turkish bread that goes with this dish. It's delicious, it will pair perfectly well, and until then, enjoy. I'll see you guys next time.
For our sujouk and eggs, we will start with heating our pan and drizzling a little olive oil to it. Next, we will add grated garlic until it is just about fragrant. To that, I will now add tomatoes and cook, pressing down occasionally until they have created a beautiful gravy. To this gravy, I will now add sea salt and give it one more mix. After that, I will begin adding the sausages, and once the sausages have cooked well, I will add the eggs. Cover and cook this until the required consistency of your egg yolk, and finally garnish with a generous helping of coriander leaves. And enjoy straight out of the pan.
Time for another little break, but we are back with lots more on the other side. Welcome back. So today we have a celeb of sorts on the show. Someone who started by graduating in media and communications, but then turned to something close to her heart to serve her greater calling, her passion that transcends borders and cultures. Hi Shilpa, welcome to Z Connect.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So Shilpa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So primarily I'm an Indian singer, songwriter, composer and producer. I write my own music, I sing as well, and I grew up in Dubai actually. I was born and brought up here, but originally I'm from Kerala in India, South India, and studied psychology and media communications at Mount Carmel. Then moved to Boston after that because I got selected and got scholarship to go to Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Okay.
And then my life just took a complete different turn, and that I knew that was what I wanted to do with myself. And my purpose in life was to create music, was to sing, was to empower voices through that medium. And so I ended up going to Boston, studying at Berklee, graduating, moved to New York, and now this is what I do. I'm a professional musician.
But that's fine. You've been able to make your passion your profession, and this is all you do now for a living and to fulfill your dreams.
Yeah.
So what kind of music? You said is fusion, and so what kind of music do you write? Do you compose and sing?
Yeah, so my original music, I have no idea how it happened because it was such a gradual shift. I was singing, I would sing certain tunes. I would be like, okay, this is what is being played. This is what's famous right now in India, like Bollywood music. So I was trying to sing Sila, and just like go crazy every day after coming home from school singing Devdas and all.
Yeah.
But then once my brother opened me up to all these different vocalists like Erykah Badu, Norah Jones, Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, that's when I started singing all the other tunes that you hear like from R&B and jazz. And then when it came to me and when it was my turn to kind of see what I could create, then as I was saying, I started fusing these two styles. And I would say my specific style, there's no name for it, so I call it Indian fusion, or Indian soul.
Yeah.
So I would say that Indian soul is what I would call this genre. But it's kind of a mix of, so I speak Tamil, I speak Malayalam, also Hindi and then English. So it's a mix of all these different languages. It's a way to create a bridge between different cultures. My style definitely reflects that the change and all this identity crisis that I've gone through, being born here, but being Indian, going to the US, and constantly shifting and figuring out who I am as a woman, as an artist. So it is a mix of jazz, R&B, soul, electronic, but with Indian influences as well. So I sing in Tamil, sing in different languages, mix it with English, mix it with different styles, and create my own little khichdi of
That is
style.
superb. Earlier when we were talking, Shilpa, you were also mentioning that you create your own music videos with the songs that you compose and write. So how do you go about it, and do you star yourself in those videos?
Yes. So far I've created 2 music videos that have already been released, and then this year I worked on this unreleased, yet to be released music video for this song called Fear, and that hasn't come out as yet either. So I have 2 incredible music videos coming out very soon. Yeah.
Good luck for that. And now let's hear you sing one of your own compositions.
Sure. Yeah. So this one's called Ghar Aa. So this was a song, I was kind of writing it from a point of view of, it can be losing a loved one, but it could also be from a mom to her child or just family. Yeah. So this one's Ghar Aa. तेरे बिना क्या जी तेरे बिना मैं नहीं, जहाँ भी तुम हो मुझे लेके जा, घर आ घर आ घर आ, घर आ घर आ घर आ, साजन तू घर आ, 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 साजन तू घर आ।
Before I talk to you, let me talk to the viewers. See what I said about her, about how her voice tells me what a brilliant singer she is. And you've seen it right here. You heard it yourselves. It gave me goosebumps all throughout, right from the time you started. But thank you so much. Thank you for this. It's so nice to see how you've been so clear right from the start about your goals and how you're working hard each day to fulfill your dreams, and you're doing it so well. And we can see the happiness on your face of how you've managed to keep your passion alive through your profession through your passion.
Either way. It's all the same at the end
It's
of
all
the day.
the same, yeah, and it makes you happy. You love what you do what you love.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Shilpa, for talking to us. It's been wonderful. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to try and figure out if I can do something like this while you keep sharing your thoughts and feedback with us on our social media handles below. Keep watching Zee Connect. Stay safe. Until next week, this is me, Priya, signing off.